Coming up on Film Villains, we watched the trailers for Jonathan's new movie Tenants and the Rosemary's Baby prequel, Apartment 7A. Alex showcases the indie horror comedy Uncle Peckerhead. I'm on fire with my hatred of Bruce Springsteen and love for the Fool in Love music festival this past weekend. Hunter shows off his Hills Have Eyes VHS. Jonathan wonders why none of us have seen the awesome-looking 80s horror film Dead and Buried. And I talk more music with a little history on the greatest musical ever made, Little Shop of Horrors. Let's go down to the shop. Welcome to Film Villains. How you guys doing?
Great.
So good.
Dude, after I fucking watched Ghoulies, and we talked about Ghoulies last week, I looked at my closet yesterday, and I'm like, oh, where should I wear a shirt? I have a fucking Ghoulies 2 shirt. I didn't even know I had sitting in my closet.
I love how Christian's first thought was, should I wear a shirt? And then found the Ghoulies shirt. That's dope. It's fresh, man. It's real fresh.
Yeah. I am down. I do not like fucking Hawaiian shirts.
Can I divulge that I had a phase in middle school that lasted multiple years where I exclusively wore a Hawaiian shirt unbuttoned with a wife beater underneath it every single day of the week.
That's what's
Damn.
That's all. That's all
So
my girlfriend
great.
wants to buy me is Hawaiian shirts.
Oh,
And,
really?
Yeah, but I haven't caved. I don't. It's not that I don't like Hawaiian shirts. It's just the ones that she wants me to get, I don't particularly like.
Yeah. There's
There's
not
a lot-
You want
No, but
boobs and you want murderers on it, right?
No.
Boobs.
It's not
You
even
need
that.
boobs.
It's not even that. It's like
Want flowers?
there is one that's got black. It's like a silhouette of palm trees, so they're black. But then the whole shirt is pink. But it's actually really cool. I like it.
Oh,
And
okay.
That's the one I want to buy, but she hasn't gotten that one.
Black and
Anyway.
pink, huh?
So Jonathan's girlfriend, if you're watching,
yeah,
that's what
Yeah,
Jonathan wants for Christmas is that Hawaiian shirt. Speaking of which, I do got to say special shout out and thank you. Excuse me. Shout out and thank you and exos to everybody that has watched Film Villains so far.
Yeah.
And if you are watching this right now, smash the like. Write us a comment.
Yeah.
Tell us how many Hawaiian shirts you own.
I want to know how the Hawaiian shirt wife beater game worked out for you in middle school. Like,
Oh my
you
gosh.
didn't want to play back then?
Let me tell you something, bro. One time in middle school, I touched a girl's butt over her pants, like consensually, and it was awesome.
So wife beater Hawaiian shirt. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
yeah. So try
Sounds
it.
like a good bet.
This is the same company. I even like this one. Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, dude.
That one's blue.
Yeah, if
That's
you get
blue
a
and
nice,
white.
if you get a nice seashell necklace.
I
That
feel
sounds
like I
like-
can picture you with the puka shell necklace, Hunter. You had to have had one at some point.
No, I had a bro chain all the way.
This is
Oh
what
yeah,
that's what she wants.
Fucking seashell necklace or some shit.
I like it. You know,
Oh.
I say trust her, man.
You could-
Trust her. Let her pick the shirt.
You could rock it, but not me. My soul will be sucked. But then again, I have fucking toilets on my shirt, but
At least something will get sucked, bro. I'd try it out.
I know. So, Jonathan, you have a movie coming out. Another movie of all you dick. You keep having movies coming out.
I just have a stockpile of movies, and then I just slowly just put them out. They've been made like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh.
shit.
That's the way to do it, bro.
Damn right.
A movie that we shot last year, Tenants. Man, yeah, it's an anthology film. Is Buzz Wallach is involved, Mary O'Neill, and Sean Mesler. Were the core group of that started it.
And you.
They're the writers, producers. Yeah, I'm one of the producers, and I directed a segment.
Hey, yeah, I'm one of the producers. I directed a segment. Yeah.
But I'm giving the props to the writers.
Hell
and the
yeah, hell
scripts.
yeah.
All uses he made the coffee.
Yeah, exactly. I was lucky. I got told not later. I was told right after we were trying to make it. Like, hey, we got the money. We're gonna make this thing. We raised it. The other producers got everything together. Got a distributor, or didn't get a distributor yet, but we just started making the film, and we were trying to put that together this last year. But anyways, Tenants. Yeah, it's about this girl who ends up in this apartment complex, almost out of some weird dimension, and she ends up in there, and she starts weaving through all of the different apartment houses, if you want to call it. What do you call it? Apartments. She starts going through, and now when she's weaving through all of that, she starts interrupting the flow of where she is. So this is a terrible pitch.
Yeah. How about we play it? Jesus Christ, we're gonna have to sit.
It's been a while since I've actually been working on it.
Shit. Here we go.
You're not supposed to be here.
Rosemary.
I know I am not supposed to be here. Just tell me where Emily is. You're not supposed to be here. I know I'm not supposed to be here. Just tell me where Emily is. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here.
Do you even realize what you have done? Everything that you have touched has turned to ash. You have turned day to night, up to down. You have turned the natural to preternatural. You do not belong here. That is just a fraction of what you have done by coming here.
Look at me! Why did you kill me, Leonard?
What evil did you bring here?
It wasn't supposed to be this way.
You're going to die in film!
Hey guys, you think you could keep it down just a skosh? I gotta work in the morning.
Oh my gosh, dude, that looks fucking sick, bro.
Cool. Yeah.
Hell
Thanks.
yeah, that looks.
That is
sick.
way better than the pitch you had. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah, dude.
Well,
That was great.
I mean, basically, she's waking up in that complex, and she's trying to find her sister. She's like, tell me where Emily is. And then she makes her way through the different levels, the different floors, and she starts interrupting these lives of these people that, it kind of starts creating this weird situation where she's creating these unspeakable horrors, and they all interact with each other. It's really cool.
Dude, so when does it come out?
It comes out September 24th.
Okay, so 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be on VOD. Cranked Up Films is the distributor, and I'll have more information on where you can go and grab it and watch it, and all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, man, it was a fun movie. We labor of love kind of thing. We're all just kind of guerrilla filmmaking at its finest. I mean, it was skeleton crew. I'd say like 10, 15 people at most, probably like 10 of us on the crew. So when I'm producing, then there's the other members are filmmaking, and then when it's my segment, I go and direct, and I gotta swap with somebody else to step in my way to kind of start doing producing and coordinating and all that good stuff. So
hell yeah,
taking hats and putting them on different people, and just fuck yeah,
switching hats, multiple hats.
Yeah, and we had a lot of people that just kind of went above and beyond and did so much. I mean, from special effects, makeup to creature, creation.
Dude, the effects and the creatures in there look super sick in that trailer, dude.
Oh yeah,
it looked spooky, man, for real.
No, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We shot it in, I think, 12 days, and you know, tight schedule, and because we had no money, and yeah, it was there. It is, and we had a premiere at the LA Film Festival. That was in November. Yeah,
Nice.
in November. And then since then, we've been trying to get some sort of deal for our distribution. We're actually doing the festival circuit for a while, and then now we got our distribution in line, and can't be more than happy and excited. Now that, you know, people can see it, not just people going to the festival.
That's always like the biggest relief / bittersweet moment when a movie goes public and people can actually rent it, watch it, write their reviews of it, you know, and it's like kind of like sending a kid off to college. It's like it's no longer yours. It's no longer like, you know, in your little family. It's now in the world to do whatever it's going to do. It's a great moment, dude.
Yeah, it's so cool.
So congrats, man. It's a big
moment.
Yeah.
You know, we couldn't have done it with there's so many people involved, and everybody's just awesome.
Buzz Wallach is such a G. As soon as you said his name, I was like, bro, I really want to see it. And the trailer, dude, smoking, man.
Yeah.
Tenants.
From all the actors too. There's just crazy performances by so many people. Yeah. We did actually. One of the guys who's running the Just Scare Me campaign now, he did a little behind the scenes video that we're gonna have a DVD, and we're gonna have that in the DVD. So he did like, it was like little interviews of like, you know, the making of and all that kind of good stuff, and so that was great. But yeah,
and maybe someday a VHS release.
I know,
that would be cool.
Is all your physical media tied up, or can we?
Right now, yeah, because we have the physical media planned with everything with our distribution. So yeah, that's tied up right now.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, congrats. I'll be watching it again. And on that note too, I started hitting up some filmmakers about us putting out some VHS of some of our, like, either our movies or a couple other people's movies. So some people, since we want to do our own distribution of VHS and all that, some people are like, hey, you know, 2026, 2025, I have this movie is freeing up. So I'll be talking to you guys about all of that once we get off and, you know, off this channel. But it's kind of exciting to have people are like, hey, yeah, we'll totally allow you to put our movie out on VHS. So yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. And so apparently there's a new Rosemary's Baby prequel out right now. Well, not out yet, but the trailer just got released. So I wanted to present that, and let's see what's
is Rosemary the baby in this one?
Yeah,
she's the baby.
Rosemary was the baby all along.
It's called Apartment 7A, and let's look at that. Look at that. sorry.
That is flattering as fuck.
I can't. That's
you know what? That's probably the first frame of her.
That's like the vibe of Rosemary, dude.
Yeah.
I came here for one reason. See my name in big lights. But dreams don't always come true.
You know, when we found you... Whoa! You lost, honey? You were kind of a mess.
We want to help.
The place is yours if you want it.
Terry, you don't even know these people. Look, moving into my own place feels like a first step. I think this belonged to your old tenant.
She skipped out of here like Cinderella at midnight.
All I want is to dance.
Show me. Again.
Being on stage isn't worth this.
What's the holdup, dear?
Can you just leave, please?
Maybe I shouldn't have bothered. Every single thing handed to you on a silver platter.
There's something wrong with these people. I think something happened to the girl who lived here before me.
They did ungodly things to her. And now they've chosen you.
What do you mean? I need to know what's happening to me.
Whoa.
What sound is that?
We can give you everything. The name up in big lights.
This is so much bigger than me, and I can't run from it.
This is a role you were born to play. Baby's here to stay.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a trailer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw some Dutch. I saw some Dutch shots. Spooky.
This has been our.
Spooky.
I'm just glad that Christian's been muted and.
Oh god damn it! Yeah. Oh shit! I was trying to talk. God damn it! Yeah. No, that looks fucking rad as fuck, dude. Yeah, Julia Garner. She was that chick that was in Inventing Anna. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
chick?
Yeah. Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
she's in a ton of stuff. Ozarks. She's always.
Oh, she's
always
the
great.
okay. She's like the daughter in Ozarks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me say this. If it was up to me and I was at the Cineplex and there was Apartment 7A on one screen and Tenants on the other screen, my ass would be at Tenants.
Yeah.
Oh man. High praise. Love it.
No, but it looked cool though. The 7A, it looked cool.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about it that I like about it, or at least what I hope is going to be good about it is this is supposed to be the girl from the original movie, the girl that dies when Rosemary gets there, is what I was told.
Oh,
I don't know.
Cool.
That's
It's
what
like
I
a
heard.
prequel.
But Diane Wiest is a
Cool.
fucking gangster too. So I get Diane Wiest doesn't fuck around. From I think she was in Parenthood and
She's the mom. Yeah.
and Lost
She's
Boys.
great.
Too. Yeah, Diane Wiest.
She is the quintessential 1980s mom for sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She was fucking amazing back in the day. So it's cool to see her doing some evil shit.
Hell yeah.
Doing some evil
Parenthood
shit.
when she gets the fucking pictures back from the developer, and it's like all the sex photos of her daughter, and she's like, "Oh, that one's going on the fridge. Here's one for my wallet." So fucking good.
Oh yeah, and she was in Edward Scissorhands. Oh shit, yeah, Lost Boys, Edward Scissorhands. So yeah. She was
How
fucking-
has she not done?
She destroyed the late '80s. That Diane Wiest. Also, our friend Tara Erickson has a Seed and Spark that she's trying to push out there. Let me tell us about this, Jonathan.
Yeah, so Tara actually one of the stars of Tenants.
Mhm.
She's in my segment actually. Great actor, just always brings it. 110%. Before we get into her Seed and Spark, I just want to tell a story about Tenants. There's a moment where she has to basically do this stunt. She's in the basement of the apartment complex where the laundry is, and she ends up, falling backwards because she gets frightened because of something. I don't want to give it away, but man, I wanted her to sell it and just really feel like she got frightened. So we say action, and she goes and oh my god, bangs her head right up against the dryer so hard. I thought she was gonna pass out, and I didn't yell cut. I just kept the cameras rolling because it was so good. But soon as we cut that scene, I go, "Are you okay?" And maybe she had a little bit of a headache, but she was like, "No, I'm good. The trooper." But man, yeah, always giving 110%. So yeah, I found out recently that she's putting together a Seed and Spark she had done a couple shorts that had some really good traction, of this character that kills zombies, and called a real killjoy. So
I remember seeing
those. I saw those.
Yeah.
Just Scare Me.
Yeah, and she did it through Just Scare Me, and so now she's putting together something that's a little bit longer. I still think it's a short film, but they're using it as, you know, something to get, you know, some momentum into maybe doing a feature or a series with this character.
Hell yeah.
And
I think in the modern TikTok era, anything over 3 minutes is a feature film at this point.
Yeah,
What it feels like.
exactly.
Yeah, well, let's check out the let's check it out then. What's up?
Hey there, I'm Tara Erickson, aka Sam Jones, the creator, writer, and director of Killjoy 1 and 2. And I'm here to tell you, we're making a third. This time, I'm surrounding myself with an even bigger and better team to bring you the most killer zombie scenes and a more in-depth look at my character, Sam Jones. And I am gonna need your help. Yeah. Give me
So
just a
yeah,
sec.
I mean, I think, you know.
Oh yeah.
Man,
So this is her.
Kinda
This is
saw
her pitch.
attached to the end
So
of this.
It's not really a trailer, but it's more of a pitch for Seed and Spark, and it, you know, everything she. If you guys go to the link, I'm sure Christian, you could put that in there when we air this.
Yeah, we can put it on the
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put it in
And
the
it's-
shit below.
It's just something they're gaining some momentum. I think they have 45% of their goal met so far. But yeah, I just wanted to say, hey, you know, we should all check this out and share it or like it, or if you can donate, you know, hit her up, you know.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
She is a great person and a great fucking actress.
Yeah,
for
she's
sure.
a badass, dude. She's a badass. Yeah. Props to Tara. And
Tara's also in Psycho Storm Chaser, which I had a hand in putting together with Buzz Wallach. Buzz Wallach directed that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she's been one of the actors on the team, so to speak, that's been doing stuff forever. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah, shout out to Tara. And what you guys been watching? Anybody watch anything this week?
I took Hunter's suggestion and I watched a little movie called Mikey this week.
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Yeah, dude. That movie goes hard, right?
I tried.
Holy
My box is empty. I only got 20 minutes the way through. So holy shit. Okay, so
it's like 85 minutes long, bro. You were so close.
Dude, I'm fucking, you know, I'm a crazy person. I'm always fucking doing this.
Just pretend it's 20 YouTube videos and then you'd be done with it.
Yeah.
Dude, so I gotta ask, what about when he's like, Mikey, what are you watching? He's like, Mikey's funniest home videos. It's like all snuff films. Like that.
It's all
he's
killed. Oh my god, I'm just like, that's the fucking Foster family from the beginning of the flick, like with different footage. Oh, it's so awesome. He is so genuinely creepy.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah,
awesome.
he is.
But yeah, Hunter, to go into what you were saying last week, like, yeah, there were some things they shot around him being a 9-year-old or whatever, but then there's also like, oh, she's naked in a fucking bathtub, and Mikey's right fucking there with her naked in a fucking bathtub. Like,
Mikey's on set with her for sure.
Mikey had a good time. Mikey's, yeah.
I hope he's okay.
Should. But, you know, I laughed at my girlfriend, who does not generally like horror movies or gore, was along for the whole entire ride. Like, she saw me about 5 minutes in and was like, oh, what's this? And then was just sitting there laughing out fucking loud the whole entire, which is just a really good review. Screaming at the film, bitch, why the fuck you running upstairs when he's downstairs? Like, run outside. Like, it pulled out everything out of her. When he's pulling the mom, like, out of, like, someone dies and Mikey's pulling her, and it's this full-fledged adult woman, and he's this little fucking kid. Like, it was like watching Leprechaun try to move a dead body. It was fucking hysterical.
Bro. Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. I can't believe I've never seen it. I'm going to watch it again and again. And it's on Peacock right now, if anybody's curious.
Interesting.
Okay.
And now going forward, when you see that kid, is he going to be the kid from Blank Check, or is he going to be the kid from Mikey?
That is fucking Mikey, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All the way.
It might be Mikey from Blank Check. I don't know. But
I think they were the same character, actually. Like, the kid from Blank Check was just another alter ego of Mikey.
He Foster family'd in there. That makes sense, dude. Holy shit.
Watch Blank Check with a whole new lens, man.
And Family Ties, because he's the new.
Right.
It's been the same kid the whole time.
What a little hidden gem, dude. I'm so grateful. I got to watch that the other day.
Yeah, Mikey's great. I haven't had time to watch anything this week. Like, I really haven't. I've been cooking. I was hanging out with family, putting some stuff together, but I have not watched a thing.
Yeah, you're doing some writing right now, huh?
Oh man, I got my hands full. Yeah, but it's happening.
I know it's weird because like doing this show, it takes me fucking a while to get the show going, and I'm just about to finish the music video. I already finished the music video, but now I need to relink shit. It's just a constant barrage of work, even though I don't have a day job and I'm working on my own stuff. It's just constant. Dude, I'm like fucking, oh man, I gotta do dude, I have a fucking giant list of things to do and I still can't get through any of it. Just
I hear you, bro. I hear you. It's like
because it's all creative stuff too. You're like, oh, I have all these creative things I want to fucking do. Oh, let me hit up all these people about VHS. I actually spent 7 hours on the phone on Thursday with people. I think Hunter, you were on the phone with me, and maybe Jonathan too for a couple of those hours. But I was talking to the director of Murder Lust for an hour and talking to all these. And like at 1:30 a.m., I got a fucking call, and I was like,
dude, Christian,
hour, dude.
You and I were on the phone for an hour and 45 minutes earlier today.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, that's why I don't have a lot of time.
Never ends, bro.
To watch stuff, but yeah, I mean that's the life we live. We don't sell insurance and go home 9 to 5 and wrap our arms around our kid or our dog and shit. We're always here with our dog going, hey, come on, or our cat or whatever, fucking asking us to fucking hang out with them. We're like, nah, we gotta fucking work. But I don't know. I don't know what's up with our lives.
Man, I watched Alien Covenant because I wanted to go see the new.
Sorry, that slipped out.
I wanted to watch the new one, and I was like, well, I saw Prometheus. I'm a fan of Prometheus, and I've defended Prometheus for a long time. But I haven't seen it since it came out. But then again, so I was like, I want to see this sequel, so to speak, before I go into the next one. But Covenant, I didn't hate it.
It's not terrible. I'm too harsh on it.
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. Maybe because I was watching, I don't know. I was on this big Alien kick, and so I was watching Alien versus Predator, and
hell yeah.
And then I was in that second, what is it, Requiem? I couldn't get through Requiem.
Requiem's a mess, dude. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun, but it's a mess.
Yeah. So then you go from that to Covenant, and then you're like, oh wow, this is a fresh breath. This is Ridley Scott, and this is nice. But I thought it had a nice mixture of trying to do something in the Alien vein of like the 79 Alien, and then trying to fuse in that action aspect that Cameron had. So
yeah,
I had fun with it. I liked the what's his name, the android that it was like he was.
Oh yeah, David
orchestrating all this shit. I dug it. I was like, oh, this is cool. I like
David. David is a very fascinating character throughout Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and he honestly is my favorite part of both of those movies. Like his character is like super interesting.
I think he saved the movie for me in those terms, because it was just he was wild. He was wild, and everything he's doing, he's this godlike complex. He's the Ramses of the future.
Dude, yeah.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
You didn't see Alien Covenant?
No, I haven't seen any of the recent ones.
Yeah.
Prometheus and Alien Covenant kind of broke off and did this like pretty like epic concept of the origins of life, and
that's
the xenomorph is a part of it, and it's pretty cool. But it feels different. Covenant and Prometheus feel like their own little world. in the same way that Aliens vs Predator and Requiem feel like they're in their own little world. So
Yeah, they are.
It's one, but like I said a few episodes ago, it's one of those franchises where I don't really care. Just keep them coming. I want one every 2 years, 3 years. I want them all to be R-rated. Take whatever spin, whatever angle you want. Give it to whatever hotshot director, or give it to fucking Ridley Scott again. That's fine too. Like,
well, you know, it's like that. I think they feel so different. It's because Ridley Scott, with Prometheus and the sequel to it, he's more examining this whole ancient aliens type theory thing, and then he's trying to bring in the xenomorphs as a biological weapon instead of, you know, that lore is very specific. But I heard that they're putting together a TV show that's coming out soon.
Yeah,
based on Alien.
That'll be cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
And Ridley and the creator, I forget who the creator is. He said that whole storyline of Prometheus and ancient aliens and bioweapons as the xenomorphs has nothing to do. They're not going to use that. They want to go back to the lore of the first two films where you don't really know where these beings come from or what it is. And so could be cool, you know, could be good, you know. So plus he had a problem with the technology. He said that these recent movies, the technology's too advanced for it, didn't match the technology in the 79 film. So yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah. Well, speaking of random technology. How about that for the world's worst segue?
That was a beautiful transition.
I am a classic a technical director over here.
Wow.
Right. So speaking of STDs, movies. Like, what the
Let's talk about Alex.
Speaking of syphilis.
So, I watched a movie 2 days ago on Tubi that is called Uncle Peckerhead. Have any of you seen this movie? Heard about this movie?
No, I've heard of it though.
So it came out August of 2020, and I have a feeling that's a reason we didn't really hear about it too much. Kind of a victim of the pandemic. But it's fucking a little gem. It's a super endearing horror comedy. It's this band. It's this little indie punk rock band. They're going on their first tour. And right when they're like packing up, their van gets repoed. So they just lost their vehicle to drive. So they're going around putting fucking notes on every van they can find in town. It's like, hey, can we borrow this? Can we rent it? And then they put it on one. And the guy comes out and he's like, you need a van? I'll drive you guys. And we meet Uncle Peckerhead. And Uncle Peckerhead is an incredibly endearing character, really nice guy, exactly who you would want to be a roadie. Except at midnight, he turns into a flesh-eating demon for 13 minutes every single night.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
So it's super chill comedy. They're really endearing characters. The two female leads are, I believe, like Upright Citizen Brigade in New York. The guy with the beard is actually a punker musician. He definitely brings some of that to it. The music's really cool. Their band's kind of somewhere between like the band X and Green Day. Kind of, was hearing a little bit of both of those, but it's definitely kind of like a road trip movie more than anything else.
Sure.
With fucking level 10 awesome fucking gore. Like it is very low budget, very minimum, super skeleton crew. Like the writer, director, producer, and editor are all the same person, one of those, but they did not skimp on the fucking gore. Like there is fucking heads being ripped fucking out. You're seeing skeletal remains. I had such a fun little blast with it. I think the final act could have been they could have taken the last scene and made it the last act if they really wanted to go heavier on the horror and heavier on, the frights.
Yeah.
But they stuck with a bit more of just an endearing little fun little road trip movie with a fuck ton of blood, like just a shit ton of blood. It's definitely a love letter to, the East Coast punk rock. Like they're definitely talking about the Misfits. They're wearing Bouncing Soul shirts, which is like, the biggest New Jersey punk band probably. The Timeline.
No, Bon Jovi, totally.
Dude, Bon Jovi's the fucking
there's the
surpasses
greatest
punk
Jersey.
rock, bro.
Yes.
Bon Jovi is so hard, dude.
Or Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen's fucking amazing. Come on, you're speaking to my soul on both of these.
He fucking sucks. He's the worst.
He's fucking great, and you know it, dude. You're gonna pull out that Hawaiian shirt, and you have another Bruce Springsteen Hawaiian shirt underneath it, and you fucking know.
It's true.
Yeah, I'll say fuck Bruce Springsteen. He's the worst. There we go.
Wow.
Wow.
That'll be a
good
great.
statement.
Wow.
He's got one good song. It's called "I'm on Fire."
Dude, I'm on Fire. Fucking is awesome.
Yeah, 1986. Ooh.
Brought the world Courtney Cox, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh yes, he brought her Cox.
Dancing in the Dark.
How does that work?
She's in the video. She's in the video.
Oh yeah. Before your time.
And Dancing in the Dark, he pulls her onto the stage and she does the fucking like Carlton dance from fucking Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And yeah.
Nice.
Anyways, little sidetrack, but this movie was fucking awesome. If you guys just need a nice little 90-minute little soft comedy with a fuck ton of gore in it,
Uncle Peckerhead.
They definitely filmed it in a way to where it's timeless. Like there's no cell phones. They're listening to the music on cassette, but there's definitely like more modern cars. It's kind of just they let it do whatever it wants as far as that. But it's cool being reliant on payphones and relying on maps. It makes a lot more of like, what do we do situations?
Yeah, totally.
It's cool.
Dude, nice.
I was a fan. Punks on film, it's definitely, it counts for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Look
So
at
much
that.
blood. It's definitely in the, like, it's not as wacky and over the top as like Trauma. Like it's not purposely bad acting, but it hit the Trauma feels in my heart for sure.
Yeah.
I got some like Psycho Gorman kind of vibes from it, It looks
I'm not
cool.
familiar. I don't know what Psycho Gorman is.
Oh man.
Do I need to take notes right now? Okay.
I'll chat about it on a future episode.
Yeah,
I'll go off
Gorman.
on a long tangent about that one.
I like tangents.
It's a great movie.
Anyways.
Yeah, I haven't
Uncle-
seen Psycho Gorman. Yeah, Uncle
No,
Peckerhead.
me neither.
Oh wow, y'all gotta see Psycho Gorman. Holy
Yeah.
fuck. I thought
Yeah.
everyone saw that.
No.
Oh man.
That's really what this show is about. It's just us watching a movie we thought everybody's watched, and we tell these other three fucking nerds, and they're like, I've never heard of that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen a movie ever? No, but he can sing all of Bruce Springsteen's catalog no matter how much he hates it. He knows all the words and all the melodies.
It's true.
Yeah. It's like only if he wrote them for other people. That's the only songs that I actually like. So he did Because the Night Belongs to Lovers. Then Patti Smith and 10,000 Maniacs did that song. And then his probably his masterpiece besides like "Ooh, I'm on fire," which is the only good song from Bruce Springsteen that he recorded.
Dancing in the Dark, fool.
Okay, that's okay, but it's you can fuck it. I could never listen to it again and I'll still be happy. But he wrote a song called Fire, and the Pointer Sisters did it in like 1976 or so. And that fucking song is Fire. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, so fucking
so any song he has to do with fire is fire.
Yeah, it's the only fucking fire song.
His fire songs are fire,
yeah.
If it was fire in the USA, you'd be having a Bruce Springsteen fucking chest
Yeah. I was born in the USA. I've shut the fuck up, Bruce Springsteen. I don't give a fuck about your fucking music. Fuck.
Wow.
It's constipation. Constipated in the USA.
You're hurting my eardrums.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I'll put the microphone
that
away.
sounded pretty rad, Ak. You might
We're gonna start a cover band where we sit on toilets and sing fucking Bruce Springsteen songs, and maybe throw in a couple of Celine Dion songs, and then we will be fired. We'll just call ourselves Fire in the USA, man.
You're joking, but you know you would go see that.
I would totally do that too.
envisioning Christian setting up a microphone in his bathroom to start his Fire in the USA.
Yeah. Music videos from the bathroom, like live singing. I'll bring a ukulele and and 5 rolls of toilet paper and sing Bruce Springsteen songs.
That's what you, dude. Yeah, did you just see the Pointer Sisters?
No, dude. Okay, it was called Fool in Love. It was this giant 4-stage 1-day festival here in LA on Saturday. And I was like, when I saw the lineup, I'm like, this is probably the world's greatest lineup of all fucking lineups, like of all festivals ever. I was like, there's no fucking way that I can see all of these bands. It's so obnoxious the way that there's 4 stages and there's all these bands that I want to see. And I mean, a lot of bands I've already seen and all these bands I want to see, and they're all fucking playing at the same time. It was so obnoxious. So I protested and said, I'm not going to spend $200 to buy a goddamn ticket. And then I saw, it was like Saturday afternoon, 4:30 or something. And I went onto Facebook for 1 second and I saw my friend was giving away a ticket. And I texted him and he said, yeah, I have a ticket. You want it or not? Let me just show the lineup here. So I got there at about 7 o'clock or 7:30 that night. Lionel fucking Richie, Diana fucking Ross, which I hadn't seen Lionel, so I needed to see Lionel. I've seen Diana twice.
Fucking Robinson.
Dude, Nile Rodgers, Al Green, Santana, Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band, Gladys Knight, Shaka Khan, Isley Brothers, the Jacksons, the OJs, Eric Burden, the Animals. It just goes on and on, dude. War and Tower of Power. I'm like, which I don't like Tower of Power, and Dionne Warwick and the Commodores. Dude, it's so fucking
telethon.
That was one stage, and then it's Smokey and Duran Jones and the Indications, who I actually got to see, so I was very happy about that. And I mean, Brenton Wood, I didn't get to see Brenton Wood. The Sacred Souls is like an LA fucking soul band. Aaron Frazier is in Duran Jones, the Indications. Duran Jones is in Duran Jones, and so they both did solo fucking shows. And then Mayor Hawthorne is fucking awesome, and the Delphonics and the Manhattans and the Shy Lights. It's like, oh my god, it's just too much. So and Los Lobos. And the Sinceres
Day and the Time. You had to have seen Morris Day and the Time.
I've seen them twice already, so I don't need to see them anymore. I'm okay not see. I've seen many of these bands. I've seen Kool and the Gang and Zapp and George Clinton, but Zapp and George Clinton are some of my favorite fucking music of all music. And Stevie B, the first thing I ran to was Duran Jones and the Indications, which is like the best neo soul band right now on the planet. And if you wanted to look into more neo soul, like the Sacred Souls, which is on this list, or the Sinceres are cool as shit too. But and then I ran. So then it was just jumping, like crossing fucking over and back and forth from stage to stage. So I went and saw Stevie B. I didn't see Smokey. I don't know. He was like way earlier for some reason. I saw Zapp, which is fucking amazing. George Clinton, he never went on stage, or I didn't see him on stage, so it was like, okay, whatever, it's like, but that's one of my top 5 favorite bands. And then I ran over to see Debbie Deb, who's fucking awesome. When I hear music, it makes me dance. Fucking Debbie Deb's, I've never seen her, so I was so happy to finally fucking see her. I saw Connie. And then I ran back over and I saw, sorry, I'm looking at the list here. So, and then I saw Diana Ross, a little bit of her. I've seen her twice before. And I saw some Lionel Richie. But yeah, it was wild. Yeah. It was fucking the most wild lineup of show ever.
If only it had Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Where was Bruce Springsteen, bro?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Fucking hell. But,
he would do a super short festival set. It would only be like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, but number one, I missed the fucking Pointer Sisters because I didn't have a ticket earlier. So the Pointers were there, and so many fucking other bands I missed. No, I've seen Chaka. I've seen Chaka a few times, so like I'm okay missing that. But Pointer Sisters are my my number one. But there's only one Pointer Sister left. Like Ruth's the only one left. So everybody else is dead. So
right, hey Christian, I got a would you rather for you.
Yes.
Okay, would you rather would you rather have to in the comfort of your own home watch the Twilight series for 24 hours straight. No phone, no other screens, no other distractions, but you can be at your own house just watching 24 hours of pure Twilight. Yep. Or go to a Bruce Springsteen concert on the other side of LA. You got to deal with the parking and all the bullshit, and go to the whole show.
I will say 1,000, and maybe like you can go 1,000 million%. I'm going Twilight all the fucking way. Twilight all the way, dude. I will see some sparkly fucking monsters over the fucking world's worst horse shit I've ever fucking heard, dude.
He sparkles too.
Except for "Whoa, I'm on fire," because he's not going, "Oh, I'm on fire." He's not constipated. He sounds like he's constipated every fucking song. Like, dude, you want to hear one of the worst things ever? Hear him do what is it? I think it's Santa Claus is Coming to Town from like a late 70s live in New York.
What about We Are the World?
Oh, and fucking We Are the World. Oh my god, it'll fucking dude, it's the worst, dude. That is not fucking
a really good impression.
Yeah. Dude, maybe someday I'll just do all of the fucking singers from We Are the World in a fucking Film Villains fucking song, man. I need to see that documentary, that fucking the We Are the World documentary. Have you guys seen that yet? The new one came out last year.
I'm definitely not gonna see
a new one.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen the original one where it's like fucking Michael Jackson and Lionel Richie are looking at fucking Huey Lewis and Cyndi Lauper.
What are you doing?
God damn it, dude! Are you guys gonna hit the fucking notes or what are you guys gonna do? But,
I've definitely watched that one.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Funny.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine something like that today with like Nicki Minaj? And
they had one.
They did.
Dude, they had one like 10 years ago. It's
We Are the World.
Yeah. It's fucking terrible. It's
Will I Am
terrible.
Is basically being Michael Jackson organizing the whole thing.
No.
I remember it correctly.
Who was it? Who was it again?
Wasn't it Will I Am?
Oh yeah.
That sounds like something Will I Am would do.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking awful because they had to just the bottom of the top barrel. Like nobody that has lasted like a Dion, well, maybe not Dionne Warwick.
But but the thing is, it doesn't compare to the star power of the first one.
Yeah.
The people that they were pulling in, some of them I'm like
yeah, I mean, you had Bob Dylan originally, or even James Ingram was fucking awesome in that, and nobody fucking nobody from the fucking new We Are the World really lasted. They even had like fucking Justin Bieber. It was almost like the level of a Jessica Simpson or something. Like
Jessica Simpson.
I know there were some country singers like in that Jessica Simpson kind of style that were
sure,
and maybe like Pink. Pink's a gangster, but other than her, there was a lot of rappers that you were like, why? Okay, sure, okay. We got a bunch of.
They had a rap section.
Oh yeah, the whole rap section,
or of the song.
Oh yeah.
So,
were they all rapping in unison?
No.
Or did they each have like a line?
They didn't even have a verse. They had like a line or something. If I recall. I've only suffered through it once, but it is insufferable, dude.
This episode has gone off the rails.
We're gonna get some comments hopefully on this.
All right.
In this week's Disc of Darkness, we're talking about We Are the World fucking remake. All right, we're done. There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Our whole show should just be play our intro theme and then just talk shit about Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah. I'm totally down. He should sponsor X-Lax, and he could totally do songs for X-Lax. I don't know why he never did, but what I really want to do right now is talk about good music. All right, let's go. One of the only good. Here, come on, focus, mother. Here,
it's not doing what you want it to do.
Yeah, it is not. None of this technology is. Little Shop of Horrors. I want to talk about the magic of the little creature movie Little Shop of Horrors, which becomes a big creature. It was filmed originally in 1959.
They filmed it in like 2 days.
Yeah, like
it's a
Roger Corman.
Corman movie, yeah.
And they were shooting it on sets of the film, his prior film called Bucket of Blood. And that movie is really fucking cool too, about beatniks. But they decided to use the same sets to make, this movie. And Jack Nicholson just happened to be starring in that movie. Not starring in it, but he was a bit part. And it was one of Jack Nicholson's first movies as the guy going into the dentist looking for a root canal and getting drilled and actually enjoying it. But have you guys seen? You've all seen Little Shop of Horrors, the musical?
Not the music. No.
Oh, Hunter has not. Okay, and Jonathan has not.
You're saying, have I seen the play? Or
no, this movie.
I haven't seen.
I've seen the.
Oh, okay.
Movie,
The Rick Moranis version is what it is.
Yeah. So,
seen it.
So
you've never. What the fuck, Hunter?
Yeah. That's that'll definitely need to change. So
don't hate on it.
No,
I even saw this with you, Ack. We went to Westwood when I was like 11 years old, and we saw it. And one of the like 3 like black 60s singers that are kind of like the narrators throughout it was like in person. You don't remember this?
Shit. No, I don't.
Yeah.
I remember a lot.
Well, I mean, because like I was probably doing a lot of drugs out in front of your elementary school. So when I pulled you into my van, it might have been a lost night.
You were definitely driving. You definitely drove. So
I drove you. Well, that's cool. That's cool that I had an influence on you when you were a young one.
Yeah, I've turned out great, dude. Thanks a
lot. Okay, so
back to the movie.
Yeah, just like and exactly just the same. My sister, when I was 9 years old, brought me to this movie, and look how I've turned out. I'm wearing a fucking shirt with a fucking toilet on it and shit, right? So, but in 1986, this movie came out. It became one of my favorite things ever, and it's basically about this nerdy guy who lives super poor, and he works for a flower shop, and he buys a plant, and the plant he realizes that the only way to keep this plant alive is to feed it blood, and the plant it becomes very popular and brings a lot of business to the flower shop, and it also ups his status in the world, where the cute girl at the flower shop,
Audrey.
Yeah, Audrey. He's basically trying to lure her and hopefully up his status as a man by having this plant that's bringing business into it's the world's fucking stupidest plot on the planet. It's the most fucking amazing thing ever. So this is my favorite musical of all time. The music, because of the music, is so fantastic, and it definitely rides that. It has a lot of the 50s, like late 50s, and a lot of the early 60s kind of Motown feel to it. So there are 3 soul singers that are kind of the Greek chorus off to the side that are helping narrate the story, and then providing insight and advice to the lead characters as they walk by them, and that kind of thing. But they're kind of the grounding of the core of the good part of the best part of the music is like this really soul rock and roll awesomeness to the music. So it's about this plant, but the
killer plant,
but he's having to feed the plant blood, and the plant grows so big that it needs so much more
bigger
blood.
Appetite.
It has a bigger appetite. You need to feed it more fucking things. And I when I was 9, I became obsessed with it, and I got the soundtrack and listened to the soundtrack a billion times. I have it on cassette, but I don't have it to show here. And then, but this is one of those rare occasions where it was like, it first came out as a movie in 1960 with a no budget movie. And it was actually, Jonathan, you would like this. It was the B movie when Mario Bava's Black Sunday did a tour of the US.
Oh.
And then it was also the B movie for I think it was The Last Man on Earth as well.
Oh, yeah.
Another Roger Corman classic.
That's my second favorite film.
So it was one of those movies that kind of went around, and it's one of those movies that's like a public domain because Roger Corman didn't think much of it, so he didn't copyright it, and it's been in public domain forever. So that's why you have these like shitty fucking DVD copies that you could buy in the bottom of the barrel at your local drugstore, right? So it picked up in popularity in the 70s by getting like this resurgence on television. So these theater kids in the early 80s decided to do an off-Broadway musical of it, and their names were Howard Ashman and Alan Menken. And it just so happened that this musical started to take off. They decided to do a 1986 feature film 4 years later, directed by none other than Yoda, Frank Oz, right?
Nice.
So, and his fucking magical vision of this movie is just phenomenal. I mean, it's almost the whole thing is shot on movie sets and like outside, exteriors and on big movie studios. And just to kind of go back to the music, Alan Menken and Howard Ashman, they ended up moving on after this. And this was their first like real movie, and Howard Ashman wrote the script for the movie too. They went on right at like 3 years after just to do little movies called The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin and Pocahontas and The Hunchback of Notre Dame and Hercules. It's just Howard Ashman died. He actually died while Aladdin was being made, so he didn't finish that one, but he did get to go up and win the Oscar for, I think it was Under the Sea but Little Mermaid. He won an Oscar for that movie.
Beauty and the Beast won an Oscar.
Oh, did it? Oh, he might have won one after he died because he didn't. I don't think he got to see that one win. But so if you like any of those fucking movies, Little Mermaid, all those classic Disney movies, like the second era of the resurgence of Disney animated movies. Man, Little Mermaid music, I saw that when it came out in 1989. The music in that is so fucking good, man. It's so good. And so these guys fucking really destroyed it. But if you look I have the Broadway soundtrack here. If it is not as good, so this is kind of like for the completists only. If you wanted to really get into Little Shop of Horrors, this one is way better musically. Only a little bit that's better in the play compared to what's here in the movie. And Steve Martin and Rick Moranis, Ellen Green, who was in the original. She's the only carry-on that they brought in from the Broadway play into the movie, and she plays Audrey. She is so phenomenal and cute and just a powerful voice. And like Suddenly Seymour is a fucking classic just cheesy pop musical song. And this is probably one of the only musicals I'm gonna gush about on the planet, when it comes from like a stage musical. After I became a nerd about this movie, I started volunteering for the local theater group, in which I had just moved right next to at the college. They're called PCPA, so shout out to PCPA in Santa Maria. I was in the Gifted and Talented Education Program, for like a little bit here and there in elementary school and junior high. And our teacher in junior high just happened to be the house manager of that theater of PCPA. And so I got to see all these fucking amazing plays when I was a kid, and just got to go there. And I would be an usher and seat people. So that was like my real first introduction into seeing people performing and like watching. I would go to watch rehearsals sometimes and just watch them direct. And so they did Little Shop one season. I saw it fucking 16 times.
Nice.
16 fucking times, dude. Little Shop is the best musical of all time.
All right, I dig it. I have that tape for sure. I gotta throw that in. I definitely cop that exact one.
At least just fast forward to the Steve Martin scenes, because he's the sadistic, drug addicted fucking dentist, and it's fucking chef's kiss fucking amazing.
Yeah, his best fucking line, probably the best line in the entire fucking movie, is Steve Martin going, I thrill when I drill a bicuspid. It's swell, though they tell me I'm maladjusted. It's the best line.
This whole episode, we're gonna have to do a supercut of all the times Christian was.
I'm singing.
That's what it is.
TikTok.
This is how we go TikTok famous. For sure, bro. Kids are gonna be. We're gonna have puppy videos and kids remixing all this shit of you singing, dude. It's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be a new dance to you fucking singing that, dude. It's gonna be
hell yeah.
Oh man.
I literally chose a movie that I just have a cool story about getting the tape itself. It's a classic movie. I chose The Hills Have Eyes.
Ooh,
yeah. Wes Craven's second movie. As a physical media collector, sometimes you have gems or tapes that you're fantasizing, or not just necessarily tapes, but that you want to get. And I literally was in the middle of Missouri, near the Lake of the Ozarks, and I was driving around looking for tapes with my girlfriend, and we found a video store or a video game store, and we called ahead of time, and they were like 30 minutes away, and we're like, hey, do you sell tapes? He's like, yeah, I got some tapes. And we're like, cool. As we're pulling up, I'm like, you know what? I just got a good feeling about this place. I'm going to find me a Hills Have Eyes. That's what I said out loud in the car with my girlfriend there. We get to this place. I walk in, and this is the first tape I see. And not only that, it's the only horror tape. So I like freaked the fuck out, grabbed it, got this baby for $2.99. Yeah, and obviously it's a classic movie. It's if I had a top 5 list of Wes Craven movies, Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left would both be probably jockeying those 2 and 3 positions.
After what? After Nightmare 1 or Scream?
Scream. I mean, it's Scream,
Really?
Scream, Last House, and Hills Have Eyes are probably my 3 favorite Wes Craven movies, and I would say the top 2 are either Scream or Last House. But that said, Hills Have Eyes is a great and underrated movie. Yeah. And it goes super hard. It gets super silly at times, which I think is the one downside. But that said, like, it's a pretty brutal movie. It's and it also has a really solid remake in, I think, 2006.
Yeah.
2009 or 2009.
2006.
Yeah.
It was 06.
Yeah, I think it was 06.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm upside down.
But yeah, if you haven't seen the original, it's great. It's got an incredible line where one of the cannibalistic killers goes, "Prepare that baby tenderloin," and it gets me every time, man.
Yeah.
They're about to eat a baby.
My
It's an
favorite
uncomfortable scene.
Yeah.
My favorite line is "Stuck me like a pig."
These crazy rednecks, man. Oh yeah, and they kill a dog in this movie too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But the other dog gets even, so that feels good.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I just thought it was fun because like literally like the joy of seeing this tape was like crazy, and the shop owner probably was like, "What the hell is this guy's problem?" Because I like grabbed it and I'm like, "Dude, oh my god, like no way!" Like to find like like in the wild too, like that was nice. That's my VHS horror of the day.
You know the story about Wes Craven when they were scouting for that movie. I don't know I think it was Cunningham that was with him.
Mm-hmm.
But him and Cunningham grabbed a 6-pack of Coke and just jumped in the car, and they were scouting, and their car broke down. The battery died when they were out in the desert. And he says, "I thought we were going to die because the car wouldn't start. All we had was this Coca-Cola." And they were out there for I don't know how long before they actually got this car to jump or start. But they were like, "Yep, we thought we were going to die." They're out in the middle of nowhere.
They filmed it in where was it? I think it was like not Riverside, California, somewhere out there, Victorsville, I think.
Yeah.
There's nothing out there. There's nothing. I've driven through Victorville a few times.
A lot of methamphetamine.
Yeah, there's not much out there.
And you gotta remember, this is the 70s, so it was even more nothing out there then. So and out there now, but there's still, it's a little more populated. But back when they were filming this, you didn't see any of the billboards that are out there now, or the lines of, telephone lines and shit like that. Because that was one of the problems with the remake, is they went to the same area and they couldn't shoot there because it was overpopulated with, you could see stuff in the distance, you could see billboards, all this stuff. Yeah. So,
dude,
I forgot Dee Wallace was in this. I haven't seen this in so long, man.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, Dee Wallace, Susan Lanier. I recently got to work with Susan Lanier, so that was super cool.
Oh, really? On what?
Yeah.
On Devaney Pinn's movie, The Black Mass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got to work with Dee on, I think it was Death House, and she is so nice. Oh, she's just the nicest.
Yeah, but I would say, here's my hot take for the episode, that when it comes to horror directors, and I've thought about this a lot, I think Wes Craven is my favorite overall.
Yeah.
When you look at total filmography and how many overall are good versus bad, and impact of all of them, I just feel like Wes Craven, to me at least, has had so many just crazy influential movies.
Yeah.
Deadly Friend, Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Vampire in Brooklyn, Deadly Friend. Let's see what else. I know he's had some others.
Nightmare on Elm Street, number one.
First.
People on the Stairs is so fun.
Yeah, People on the Stairs. Nightmare 1. Nightmare 3.
Nightmare 4, right?
Or he
was 7.
New Nightmare.
The
New
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah, New Nightmare was great.
Which is my second favorite of the Nightmare franchise.
And what's your first favorite?
It's
the first one.
New Nightmare.
Oh, really?
Nightmare is top 2 or 3 for me as well, man.
New Nightmare is fantastic.
Brilliant.
Well, if you're a fan of Scream, they're like sister movies, kind of. It feels like.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You came right.
They really are. And in the same way, I feel like Hills Have Eyes and Last House on the Left are like sister movies too. You know what I mean? Sorry, what were you gonna say, Jonathan?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say one of mine that never gets talked about is my favorite is Serpent in the Rainbow. I think that's
word.
Awesome.
I forgot he directed that. Did he direct Serpent in the Rainbow?
Yeah.
Wow, dude! I didn't even realize that.
And let's not forget about Swamp Thing, guys. Fucking Swamp Thing.
Yeah, dude. Wes Craven has made a shit ton of movies.
Yeah.
But that said, I mean, it's like, I don't know.
There's something they just announced that of one of his a little bit more obscure movies from the maybe the 90s or the 2000s. Oh, and he did Red Eye. But there's I don't know. There's going to be a remake of something he did.
Was it Shocker?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he did.
Shocker.
No, but it's not a remake of that. But that one's fucking awesome too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like hard to forget hard to remember how many goddamn movies he did. And I mean, you guys know I got to work with him and do have I told Alex's know this story? Hunter, you know.
You worked with Wes Craven?
Yeah, you remember? So that's how I know you, Hunter.
Oh, is that how you met James?
That's how I met James Cullen Bressack.
Oh, word. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
On the Wes Craven thing. That's dope.
Yeah. I was cast as a participant in a horror movie filmmaker reality show pilot, and Wes Craven was the host, and we got to spend a week with him making a horror short film under him, between two different teams, and a couple of friends that I had known through the horror circles were also involved, and then I met James, and then that's how I met you, Hunter, and then I think I had posted something, and I hadn't talked to Alex in forever because he was a kid when I first knew him, and I was close friends with his sister in college. And then she saw me posting something like, "Hey, I'm making a movie right now," and then she said, "Hey, my brother wants to get into movies," and that's how I brought Alex into Bethany and those James Columbus movies, Restoration. So,
dude, hell yeah.
Nobody ever talks about Music of the Heart either.
Oh yeah.
Music of the Heart, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He did was that the one about the violin, or did he do another one about the violin? That was about the violin.
That was it. And then I just remember that there was I was a huge Wes Craven fan, like we all are, and then I was like, oh, Wes Craven's directing a new movie. I thought it was a horror movie. I was like all excited about it, and then I was like, music of what the hell? Like as a kid, you're like fuck
Meryl
is this?
Streep and shit.
Yeah. I was like, what is going on? Oh man.
I'm looking at his IMDb right now, and Music of the Heart sticks out like such a sore thumb.
Yeah, it's like 99 or something like that, and then
right in the midst of his Scream run.
Yeah.
Huh. He must have had to walk away from Scream for a little bit, just get on a different set for a while.
No, well, maybe it was probably a dream project, and he probably just had the opportunity to finally do a project that wasn't fucking horror. He was like, okay, I just made you guys a shitload of money. I wonder if it was Miramax that did Music of the Heart.
Well, he was wasn't he a literature major?
Oh yeah. No, he was a professor.
Yeah, that's right.
Wes Craven, man, R.I.P. bro.
Yeah, it was probably 9 months after I got to sit on set. I was just trying to pull up photos of it, of me and him on set, but I don't. My search is not working. But yeah, it was super sad. Like fucking 9 months later, he's not around. It was like fucking sucked. After I got to work with him, but yeah, I was very very happy that I even when we were doing it and when he died, I was like, I'm so glad I fucking got to do that,
Dude, my only claim to fame with Wes Craven is that he followed me on Twitter like 6 months before he died.
Oh,
I was like, not but obviously I took so much take so much inspiration from Wes Craven. Especially his early films, Last House on the Left and The Hills Have Eyes, man. My next movie, It's Fate, is right out of both of those. So those vibes and how they're directed, how they're shot. So I'm pretty hype on Wes Craven, bro. And, and then I willed it into existence too. Like I said, this was such a freaky find. And when the shop owner saw how excited I was, I could tell he kind of had regret for pricing it so low. Because I doubt he ever gets. I bet he's had that tape. I bet he's had that tape for like 5 years trying to hawk it.
Just sitting there.
Yeah.
Right. It's like trying to make a sticker of like $99.99. Throw it on before you get it.
But we bought like 30 or 40 tapes from that dude. So
shit.
He was all right. He had a lot of good tapes. Just that was the only horror tape he had.
Shout out to our one and only comment. I forget his name. Do we have his it was like on there.
Fucking hell, it was like Death Master 8069 or something. I don't remember. But yeah, I'll pull that up. Go ahead.
He mentioned Dead and Buried. And I don't know if you guys seen this movie before, but it's a favorite of mine. Dead and Buried is a weird movie. It gives you these John Carpenter vibes of like The Fog, but it takes place in Mendocino. They shot it in Mendocino, so it's like a coastal, town, small town. It almost feels like you're on the set of Jaws, but covered in fog. And it's this really creepy movie about voodoo, about dead people, about the dead coming back to life. And there's a lone sheriff who starts finding these murders all over his little town, and then all of a sudden bodies are missing, but there's somebody coming in. They think it's a murderer killing all these people, and you never really find out what happened. I don't want to give any of the spoilers away because you guys should definitely watch this. So that's why I'm being kind of cryptic with everything.
That shot is fucking sexy.
Yeah, one of the great things about this movie is this comes in 1981, right off of, you know, in 79 you had Alien, right? And the writers on this are Dan O'Brien, Ronald, I forget how you say Ronald's last name.
McDonald.
I think it's Chissette Ronald, who basically, you know, if you know Dan O'Brien, Alien, Dark Star, Return of the Living Dead, and Ronald Shute is responsible for Total Recall. Yeah, and the director of this movie is Gary Sherman, who directed Poltergeist 3.
Oh, cool.
In the apartment building.
Yeah, exactly. And then you also have who is it? Stan Winston did all of the effects. And this is one of his early days when he was playing with puppetry. He's playing with robotics. He's playing with a lot of different kinds of crazy effects. So you get, and I mean, I'm sure our audience knows Stan Winston, but if you don't, you know, Terminator 1 and 2, Aliens, Jurassic Park, Interview with the Vampire, Edward Scissorhands. I even, when I was looking him up a little bit to see if there was any other stuff, it's like he did some stuff for the Chiller TV show back in the day, Batman Returns. He was even uncredited on Friday the 13th, Part 2 and 3. And the list goes on and on and on. And then I found out that the composer, the music in this, it's a very slow burn type of movie. So you're kind of just along for the ride. And it's sort of like a Twilight Zone that's 2 hours long. Cool. But in a good way. It's a fun movie. It's a weird movie. You don't really know what's happening till you get to till the tail end of the third act. But the composer, Joe Rossetti, he did Child's Play, Poltergeist 3, Tales from the Crypt, Basket Case 2 and 3, Frankenhooker. I mean, this movie is just stacked with talented people. And then you start looking at some of the people that are in it, like one of the stars, her name's Melody Anderson. She was in Flash Gordon at the time. And then a weird movie that I want to see, and I might put it on to one of you guys to watch because it's not a giallo, but I want to watch it anyway. She's in a movie called Hitler's Daughter, and that just intrigued me, and I really want to see what that's about.
Yeah,
it's like that could be something really funky. But one of the main guys in this movie who plays a mortician, who is this really eccentric guy. He's always listening to big band 30s music, and he takes his time, and he's just a weird fucking character that's really fun. Is Jack Albertson, who was Grandpa in Willy Wonka.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And
I thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, wait, was that guy that just right there?
Right there, yeah.
There he is.
He plays the coroner. He plays the mortician. It's such a small town. He's kind of all that stuff kind of rolled into one. And he's fucking amazing. This is like one of his last movies that he ever made.
Yeah.
And he kills it. But yeah, it's a strange film.
Excuse me.
It definitely has, you can see the influence of people like George Romero in this.
Yeah,
right there, even
obviously John Carpenter, and also who's in this. Robert Englund is in this movie. He doesn't play a character named Freddy, but there is a character that's a buddy of his in the movie, and his name is Freddy. And then 3 years later,
he's cool,
Freddy Krueger. But doesn't connect, but it sounds cool. But yeah,
I definitely don't have this one on tape, but I remember some of the imagery that I see in this trailer. I remember that box, like, you know what I mean? Like, I know exactly. I've seen this movie in periphery, I should say.
Yeah.
Like that image alone is one of the great, like, notorious 80s horror fucking images. It's so beautiful.
That is nice.
And one of the cool things about Stan Winston on this movie is, since this was he was kind of hands-on. This is early in his career. A lot of the effects he built from scratch himself. He was very involved because they had a low budget, but he wanted to work with the director. He wanted to work with Dan O'Brien. And so he put 110% into this movie. He built full bodies. He built full heads. There's a scene that this doesn't give anything away, but there's a scene where we see a head get reconstructed and put together by the mortician for a viewing, but they actually show in a time lapse Stan Winston, it's his hands instead of the actor building this head from almost like a skeleton. It's really, really, really cool. There's a lot of great stuff like that. The only weird part is Dan O'Brien later on kind of disowned the movie for a little bit because his writing partner wanted to put his name on it, and he wanted him to work on it. And he had worked on the dialogue, he had worked on the rewrites, and he didn't really come up with the idea, and he didn't write it, so he didn't want to put his name on it. And only because he had been in legal battles with Alien for the past, few years, trying to get his name still on Alien because they were trying to steal the script from it.
Okay.
But yeah, so for a while there, he's like, no, I don't want to put my name on this. And then they talked him into putting his name on it because they were like, man, it's going to help sell the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's one of those gems. It's a rewatch every now and then, and it's fucking awesome. I love it. It's got a cool atmosphere. It's like another version of John Carpenter's The Fog and that kind of vibe, that feel. So
hell yeah,
man.
Now, yeah, we definitely have homework. We definitely need to see that one.
Yeah,
we all have homework.
Yeah, I would say if you like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, because there's body snatching.
I like that.
If you like conspiracy, the sheriff is trying to figure out murders, but all this weird shit's happening, and he has nobody that he can trust. And and then you're seeing like members of the town seem like they might be in on some crazy shit. So I recommend it 100%. Check it out.
I'm looking at it on VHS on eBay right now. I might snag one just to have that box art, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool.
So just to go back, here is me on set with Wes Craven as we were editing on set the little movie that we were doing.
Oh, cool, bro.
After we were done, like being all presentable and shit, I was the first one to be like, hey, can I take a picture with you? And after like the whole show was done and we had already showed him our movies, it was like everyone, now all 10 of us filmmakers were like, oh my God, now we can stop the facade of acting like we're not fucking super nerding out with him, and we could just totally fucking take pictures and ask him for autographs. And so this is a picture with him and me with my my Freddy glove that I convinced my mom to buy. I told her, you don't have to buy a Halloween costume for the next 3-5 years. I will be Freddy forever. And so I had her buy me this Freddy glove that was in the package. You can probably still buy them. They're plasticky bullshit. And then I had her buy me the mask and a sweater from like Montgomery Ward's. And I was able to be Freddy for like many years. I'm still Freddy. And I use that glove afterwards. But now he signed that glove. So it's kind of, now a relic of mine. It won't go in public anymore. But
that's sick, bro.
Yeah. One of those cherished moments. Yeah.
Well, good stuff, guys.
I believe he casted Courtney Cox as Gail Weathers because he was such a fan of Bruce Springsteen. So.
Yeah, he actually was a huge Bruce Springsteen fan. That's true.
I'm sure he was. It's a mystery. It's like a It's more of a mystery than finding out who is the ghost face in all of the Scream movies combined. Why anyone would like Bruce Springsteen. That's how much of a mystery it is.
He's going to be the killer in the new movie.
Yeah.
They're just going to listen to his music and die, right? That's what it's going to be.
Yeah. The best thing that came out of Bruce Springsteen was his sister, right? Right, Hunter?
That's true. I don't mind Bruce Springsteen's music though.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't wanna
Celebrate
get
his
kicked
entire
off that
catalog.
show.
Celebrate his entire catalog.
if I can poop on it, I would. I'll poop, celebrate my poop. If you brought over all the records, I will poop on them, and then I will have a GoFundMe to buy you new ones. How about
for that? every turd Christian drops on a Bruce Springsteen record. Dude, yo, when we do a live show of film villains, maybe we could work that in. I'll send you some records.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, I've been dancing in the dark.
That's bad radio, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's excellent radio.
But great television. Great television.
All right, are we done?
I think we're jumping the shark.
I think we're done.
we jumped the shark on this one.
Yeah.
We
All
jumped
right.
the shark.
Peace, love, happiness, man.